Hey guys, welcome back to the finale of RPG a Day. For me, this is going to be the last of it. I made it. I've done all of August. Technically, I still need to go back and do the 14th, take pictures of the convention purchases. I hope to get to that this Friday, which would be the first, so it's kind of going to be a follow-up video. And, oh, that's right, and I meant to post an update to one of the other ones, and I forgot. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead. I'm behind on 28th or 29th? 29th. So I'm going to record that now, and 30 and 31, and just knock them out. So, RPG a Day, day 29. Most memorable encounter. Look, I have spoken about multiples, and I do have, maybe there's a top one, but there's like a top five. Sorry, I'm shaking a bit too much here. And So I'm going to talk about one that I don't talk about as much. And it's a little nerdy because it gets into the mechanics. But so in Rollmaster 2, one of the things you can spend your background points on is a background of, ability table. And almost all the abilities come with a positive and a negative. And I thought this looked really interesting, and I rolled up. This was my first Rollmaster character, and I rolled up on it, and I got a bonus to perception rolls based off of smells. I had a bloodhound nose. I could track things from like 500 feet away or something like that, based on smell. But my nasal cavity, sinus cavity, was also sensitive to altitude. And so I would get headaches and stuff like that and bleed at per 1,000 feet altitude or something like that, right? And I think the GM gave me like a few thousand feet just as a freebie, so I didn't have to really worry about it unless we were going into Highlands, right? Anyways, there's this war as a background, and we're fighting for one side, doing like special jobs and all this stuff, and we've kind of run into some general. He basically made the GM basically did Drow as the enemies, if you will, not like hidden underground and not necessarily with all the worship, but basically like dark elves. And we were in some kind of building. I don't remember what it was, and I don't remember why we were there. Talk about memorable. Anyways, and we get to this room that has a dead end. I think we were trying to get away from the bad guys, or we knew they were around, but we didn't want to encounter them. I feel like we were trying to not necessarily engage them. And we get into this room, and it's a dead end. It's a room. It has this huge painting on the one wall of like a landscape, and really that's about it. And we turn around, and there's the general that we've been taunting and having clashes with and all this stuff, and they've all got these crossbows, little hand crossbows trained on us. Another thing that's happened is twice in my character's existence, I've rolled the exact same critical success and the exact same failure. And so the GM had said, hey, from now on, we're going to use your ambush score and move you towards that critical success and towards that critical failure. Something like that. Or maybe it wasn't a critical failure, maybe it was a failure, a critical attack against me. Because he's like, it should become thematic to your character that these things happen. Well, the critical against me was with piercing attack. And here we are staring down a bunch of hand crossbows, right? And so this guy's like, you need to leave or you need to engage. And most of us are kind of like, we're outnumbered here, and they've got the drop on us. This is not going to go real well. But we're like, where are you talking about? And the bad guy nods at the painting. The painting's a portal. So I'm like, I don't want to mess with this. The other guys were kind of, deciding. They were up in the air whether to engage in a fight or run. I'm like, nope. I'm going to be a piñata here in a minute, so let's get out of here. And I jumped through the portal. And he's like, oh, okay, Leia, you got that one special penalty, like, malice. Let's see, you jump through the portal, and then you immediately bend over, and your nose just explodes. You're at a minus, like, 80 or something like that to every action because of the huge penalties I've stacked up. Like, so I must have been like 13,000, 16,000, something like that feet in altitude. The portal led us to a mountainside. And I jumped back through, just like trying to mop up everything, and be like, let's take them. So that was kind of funny. It was one bad place or another. I had to choose. We ended up going through, and that ended up being real fun. But the campaign actually ended either before we got back or right after we got back. So that was near the end of that 2.5 year Realmaster campaign. Cool. I'll talk to you guys later. As in later, like 1 minute from now. Bye.